Hello, folks. Welcome to Scratch the Surface. My name's EJ Scott. Today, my guest is Jay Ali from Netflix's Marvel's Daredevil. This was Jay's first season on Daredevil. We talked about a lot of things. Before I get to what we talked about, let me give myself a plug. You can follow me on Twitter at EJ Scott and the podcast at EJ Podcast. I'm on Instagram, EJScott1106. My website is ejscott.com. There's a documentary called Running Blind that's about me running 12 marathons in 12 states in 2012, blindfolded, because I'm losing my eyesight to an eye disease called choroideremia that runs in my family. My grandfather was blind from it. My brother is legally blind and going blind from it. I am legally blind and going blind from it. And I have two nephews that also have it. So I'm always looking to raise money and awareness. So please go check that out. For only $2 or $3, you can rent it or buy it digitally on iTunes, Google Play, or Amazon. I think it might be on YouTube as well. So go check that out. And if you want to learn more about choroideremia, that's the eye disease that I have, you can go to curechm.org. and learn more about it, and you can donate there as well. And that is about it. Oh, and while you're at it, you can subscribe to my podcast on iTunes and iHeartRadio, and on iTunes, if you could give a rating and a review, that would be super helpful. Great. So Jay Ali is in the new season of Daredevil, and he does a stellar job. If you haven't seen the new season, go watch the new season and come back and listen, because we're going to talk about the new season. So we talk a lot about season 3 and his character in it, how he got that role, his decision to become an actor with no experience, and how he was like, I'm going to be an actor, and he flew from the UK to America with no experience and no training or nothing like that. And he's doing it. He's becoming very successful, and we also talk about being a dad and how difficult it is being a dad apart from your child, who is still in the UK. We talk about his parents coming from Pakistan, what his parents' feelings were and his family's feelings were about him deciding to be an actor. That struggle of starting out in Los Angeles as an actor with no money and no experience and nothing. It was really fascinating. He's a really good guy, a really funny guy. We had some laughs. And this is, I hope you will enjoy my talk with Jay Ali. This is from October 23rd, 2018. And enjoy. Hi, Jay.
Hello, mate.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is your first podcast.
It is. The first and best.
Thank you. I appreciate that. out of the one that you're doing, I guess. Thanks for coming over to the house. I got to meet you at New York Comic Con for the Daredevil extravaganza.
I know.
How'd you like doing Comic Con?
Mate, it was awesome. I mean, like
this is new for you, right?
It is.
Type of stuff.
Yeah, it's all super new for me, and it was very exciting to be asked to be part of the Daredevil panel, and I was very honoured that they asked me to do that. And then everyone tells me oh, you're going to Comic-Con, be prepared, but nothing prepares you for
for that. It's very vague. Just be prepared.
Prepared for what? Am I going to get mauled by werewolves? I mean, it was, it was really, really amazing. And to see the support that Daredevil gets. I mean, this show is just, I mean, I always knew it was a big show, but it was, when we saw every panel we went to was packed out, and then when we went to Madison Square Garden for the actual Daredevil panel, having 5,000 people there, it was crazy. I mean, we didn't notice when you first walk out because it's so dark, and we were backstage before. But then when they raised the lights at some point, you're like, that is very cool, mate. It's very cool, and it was just nice to see everyone because we finished shooting mid-May.
Yeah.
So it'd been 4 or 5 months since I'd seen everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was just nice to see everyone. That was really cool.
Do you get nervous? Do you get nervous of going like, oh my God, what am I going to say? Do you get nervous?
No, not really.
That's nice.
I guess we had like the 2 days of press beforehand.
Uh-huh.
So we'd kind of worked out what we're allowed to say and what we're not allowed to say.
Right.
So that helped. And then when we got to that point...
By the way, you're not allowed to say anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say anything.
At that point, you're not allowed to say
not allowed to say anything. So I kind of had that beauty of like, I wouldn't get to say much apart from how amazing it was to be a part of this experience. So for me, it was... I was all right. I mean, there's a couple of others who find it a bit weird, but I was all right. I was all right.
Did you watch any of the Daredevil seasons before you got hired?
Man, I didn't have a chance. I mean, like I got the role. I mean, I've told the story before, but like they flew me out on a Sunday. Flew me out from LA to New York on a Sunday. I tested Monday morning, and I was calling the cab to go back to the airport to fly back to LA, and I got a call saying, "Stay in New York. You got the role."
Oh shit!
And then I stayed in New York for like 4 days to do fittings and FBI trainings.
So they were shooting you.
Yeah, and then they sent me home that Friday morning. I think I left. Went home, packed up my stuff. Sunday, I flew back to New York and I started shooting Monday. So I didn't have a chance, mate.
That's a hell of a week.
Yeah, it was, and that's why like the first, it didn't really sink in what I had just done until we'd wrapped. To be honest with you, because I didn't have a moment to think about it.
Yeah,
and so yeah, it was. I didn't get a chance to watch anything, and also, but I was lucky because I am an original character.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not really meant to know what's gone on beforehand. You know, a little bit. So that's what I say. I'm a method actor. I shouldn't know what was going on beforehand.
Where'd you stay? Like, how did you find a place so quickly to stay?
Marvel and Netflix very kindly put me up for a couple of weeks, and then a friend of a friend had a place that became available. Oh, okay. And it was in an area I wanted to stay. It was in the West Village, and I thought I'd stay in an area where I'd be out and about, you know.
Yeah.
But it was so cold, man. I ended up just like really like becoming a recluse and just hibernating in this place when we weren't shooting.
Started shooting in like October or November.
No, November, like the second week of November.
Yeah.
Just when the cold snapped. Like when I got there, people were like, "Oh man, you just missed a lovely like Indian summer."
Right.
And it's gone from like 75, 80 degrees to 30.
Yeah.
I thought that was nice. I liked it. It all, mate, the whole thing worked out perfectly, you know, in terms of like getting the role very quick. Because Wilson was telling me he got the role, I think like September or something like that. Mm. And it must have been like just nerve wracking. I mean, me personally, even if I'd got the role, I'd be like, they're going to change their mind. They're going to realise they made a mistake. Someone who they might have wanted like is suddenly available. And like, you know, it freaked me out. But no, luckily I didn't really have that much time to worry about that. And they were so late in the game, they couldn't recast me.
That's true. They had a week.
Yeah, they had to make it work. They had to make it work.
Well, it does work because you did a fantastic job.
Thank you, mate.
On the show. And you just watched the whole season this weekend, as did I.
Yeah. Not bad, huh?
How'd you average? I averaged about 3 to 4 episodes a day. Yeah,
you're probably a bit busier than me. I think I smashed them out. It came out, a Friday, didn't it?
Friday, yeah.
I think I was finished by Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I think something like that.
That's good.
Yeah. I haven't got much of a life. But it's one of those things, like, once I start... I mean, this is for all shows that I love. I mean, like, I love Narcos and Ozark and Peaky Blinders. When they all come out, I normally just binge it because I don't watch a lot of TV. Yeah. But when I do watch something that I really enjoy, I really do binge it. And I have a lifestyle where I can binge it. I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything. So but the thing is, I didn't just watch it because it's like a show I'm in or whatever like that. I generally watched it because I was like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah. Have you gone back and seen the first 2 seasons yet or anything?
No.
You should.
Everyone says that this is the best season. I'm like,
it's great.
Yeah.
But
so I probably will.
Yeah.
I will at some point. But as I said, don't watch a lot of TV.
Except you just talked about all the shows you've been.
Yeah. But apparently, I started with the best season of Marvel television ever made.
It's true.
Not my words.
Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Well, you said something earlier that when you were talking to Deborah and I, that they were talking about, spoiler alert, and I'll already do a spoiler alert thing here, but that your character was going to live. You die at the end of the season, but they were going to, probably because they liked you and you were doing a great job, and they were like, oh, let's see if we could keep him around. But then you talked Eric, the showrunner, into killing you.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, he told me at the beginning, we sat down, and, Eric is awesome, man.
Yeah,
he's just
great.
the best guy in the world. And he said at the beginning, he goes, look, if guys want to know their arcs, I will tell them. If you don't want to know, I won't tell you, whatever you want to do. And I'm one of those guys I like to know.
Yeah.
So we sat down and he said, listen, man, this will be your only season. And I was like, no. But I was like, okay, cool. And but he goes, you're going to have a huge arc in it and it's going to be great.
Yeah, because once you get hired, you don't even know what you signed up for. Right?
I have no idea. Man, I when it says FBI guy and in the Daredevil show, you think he's going to be that guy who basically just turns up late to every crime scene and just misses everything. And so I didn't know. I didn't even know it was Daredevil, mate, till I got the role because it was called by his code name.
Right.
So I was just happy to be there.
By the way, the code name was Star Wars.
Star Wars, yes. the Star Wars. So, yeah, and then so we started shooting, and then Marvel and Netflix, I think, were watching it, and the writers and everyone was kind of like, we don't want to kill Ray Nadeem. So Eric came back to me, and he goes, listen, there's a discussion that, we're thinking of keeping you alive. And I was like, why? Like, if you want to talk about the consequences of, being manipulated by the system and how the corrupt people who install fear into people's lives, like what are the consequences of that? Ray Nadeem should die, if you really want to get that message across. I think he was a little bit like, okay. He thought it might have been me going, yeah, I've got a great idea, so this is what should happen. I was like, yeah, no, like go ahead for it. And also, like, this arc of Ray Nadeem is so phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, we start with a guy who's down on his luck and, having his financial problems and not getting a promotion. And then he's given this lifeline, kind of like by Wilson Fisk. And suddenly you see a little bit of confidence in him, a little bit cocky. Things are going well. He's getting a promotion. He's like, he's getting that swimming pool for his kid. And everything looks like it's going, rosy. And then suddenly he starts to figure out he's been totally played. And we see the demise of Ray Nadeem. And I thought, for this story to really be told impactfully, he needed to die, I think. So they went ahead and did it.
You got hit by the bullseye.
I got hit by the bullseye. I don't know what I was thinking, pulling the gun out on him, but no, it was a nice little send off, and I mean, like, well, I was talking to Deb about it. This arc for Ray Nadeem, like, I would never get again, never. And the story on the show, and this story line and everything like that, and what Eric was trying to get across this season about how these dictators come along and how it impacts your average American and what happens and the consequence. I mean, we always talk about like superheroes and stuff like that, but we sometimes forget what are the consequences of the normal people caught up in the crossfire of that.
If superheroes were real, it'd be a real problem.
It'd be a real
it'd be a real problem. It would not be a good idea for just random people to have superpowers.
That'd be just a mess. That'd be a total mess.
Fucking mess.
But yeah, man, it was awesome. Like, I love playing Ray Nadeem, and the reaction to the character has been very positive, so I'm happy, man. Like, it's very I was talking to Deb earlier about it, it's very difficult to play the straight normal, average
the
American guy just going about his life in a non-superpower guy who's not involved in that universe and trying to make him interesting and trying to make the public root for him or not like him and then root for him, you know, like trying to do that is very difficult. And that's one thing I was worried about when I mean, like at the time you feel like you're doing something special. You feel like, but you don't know how it's going to be, you know, taken on by the public. Yeah. You know, we all thought we're doing something special. You know, we all thought this is magical, but like maybe you just got bad taste, you know, and you completely get it wrong, and then it comes out and everyone's like, what the fuck is this part of shit? But like luckily everyone's like responded to it really well, and Eric was right and everything he did was spot on, and yeah man, it was amazing.
That's awesome. Who'd you spend most of your days with?
When we shot at the beginning, it was a lot of Vincent and Wilson, who are just, man, they're the best. They're the best. They make me laugh a lot. We had a good laugh. It's so weird watching it and seeing how intense these characters are. Man, if you saw us in between takes.
Well, I saw one thing where you and Wilson were like dancing in between.
Yeah, we do that a lot, man.
Or something.
We have a dance off. Man, if there's like a behind the scenes stuff or like, you know, outtakes, I'm pretty sure me and Wilson would take up like 95% of it because we were a mess a lot of the times because we're such good mates, because we were both the new ones, you know, so we kind of bonded just with being the new kids on the block a little bit, and at the beginning we had a bit of work together. And he kills you. And then he shot me in the head. Yeah. But he's an awesome guy, man. He's funny as hell, that's what's weird. Like you see him playing this intense psychopath, but he's like the sweetest, funniest guy ever. Yeah. Total dick, but he's the sweetest, funniest guy. And the same with Vincent. You know, like when he's Wilson Fisk, man, he's so intimidating. My first scene was with him in a prison cell, and like we'd met briefly at the table read. We kind of just shook each other's hands, and that's about it. And then he didn't really talk to me much. And it's super intimidating. He's huge. Yeah. But I wore him down, kept hugging him.
Literally?
Yeah. Whenever I saw him, I gave him a hug. I could see at the beginning it was a bit uncomfortable, but towards the end of it, he was giving me the hugs. It was awesome. And he's just hilarious, man. He's such a funny, kind guy and such a great mentor. And just I learned more from him in like that one scene I did on my first day than in the last 10 years of acting, you know, like he's just phenomenal and amazing. And then like that was at the beginning, and then afterwards, you know, I did a lot more stuff with Charlie, who's great fun. And then I was really fortunate and I get to work with Eldon, who plays Foggy, and I get to work with Deb, and then we did a few scenes together, which was awesome. Man, they're all so good at their stuff. I mean, just with Deb, you know, there's 1,000 things going on. I remember when we first did our first scene, I think it was like episode 3, when she comes, it's after we take Fisk to the penthouse, and we were shooting on a day which was like the coldest day ever. Yeah,
you can see everybody's breath.
Yeah, everyone's breath. I remember she was like trying to take notes, and the pen kept slipping out of her hands because her fingers were so cold.
She's cold even when it's like 75.
Oh, really?
She's cold.
Well, she must have been absolutely freezing, but she held it together. But like, that was the first time I worked with her, and it was like, just so good. I mean, you forget what you're doing because you get lost in watching her perform. Like it's awesome and effortless. She reminded me a lot of like, I did this movie a couple of years ago. It's about Remy had just been born 8 years ago. I did this movie and I was very fortunate to do a lot of scenes with Diane Keaton, and they had the same kind of ease about them.
It's a Darling Companion.
Darling Companion, yeah, the classic. Darling Companion.
Well, written and directed by Lawrence Kasdan. It was a pretty big deal.
It was, yeah.
It's about a dog.
It's about a dog that goes missing.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's high concept. No, it was a nice, cute little film. Amazing cast.
Yeah. Ayelet Zur was in it.
Ayelet was in it, yeah, and we crossed paths at the end of this. Yeah, she actually orders my hit. Sweet girl, lovely. No, it's nice to see her. But yeah, so like working with Deb was very similar to her, very effortless, but a lot of stuff going on. You know,
What do you mean, like Dan Keaton? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they reminded me of each other.
Oh wow. That's a compliment.
Yeah. No, they really were. Like it's amazing at how easily they can convey emotion without really doing much. It's all here in the face, man. You can just see it all. It was awesome. Yeah, and Eldon, man, that guy's just the best. I mean, he's foggy, isn't he? He's foggy. He's the boy. And obviously Charlie, who's just, you know.
Did you do any bowling the other night? We had a bowling party.
I did. I took on Eric Olsen, the showrunner's wife.
Oh, okay.
She beat me.
Abby's pretty good.
Abby's really good, and she's heckled me. She was heckling me before I'd let go of the ball. She was like, "Ah!" That's all I could hear in the
like
background.
that?
Yeah.
Trying to
So
distract
she
you.
beat me first 2 games, and then I smashed her up last game.
Yeah,
I found my range.
It could be cheating. That could. Some people might call that cheating.
What, smashing her up?
When she's
when
like
she's
trying
heckling
to distract
me.
you.
Actually, the ball had left my hand, but she's
Okay.
already laughing.
Okay.
But it affects your confidence, doesn't it? When someone's behind
Yeah,
you, just
it's a
laughing
mind
at
game.
every shot you play.
It's mind games.
Yeah, but we got involved with some, and then Eric got involved. Yeah, I'm going to take her back on again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time did you leave there? We left there. I mean,
I think we shut the place
11.
down, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't get crazy or anything. I mean, it's Lucky Strike bowling, but it was. We played a few games and hung out, and it was really nice to like meet the editors and
Yeah.
the rest of the writers and stuff like that. I mean, there's so many people who go into this to make it such an amazing show.
Eric put the party together.
Eric's awesome, man. His hands are tied a lot by Disney and Marvel. They don't let you do anything, anything to do with booze.
Right.
Eric very kindly took us out, but it had nothing to do with Marvel or Netflix. Right. I have to make sure I say that. Right. This was just Eric taking us out.
Yeah, on his own dime.
Yeah, on his own dime. Yes.
Very nice of him.
Yeah, very nice.
You have a kid.
I do.
More than one?
No, just one at the moment.
What, a boy?
I think. Yeah. He's a boy. Yeah.
What? How old is he?
He's 8. 8 years old. Yeah, he just turned 8. I think a couple months ago.
That's a good age.
Yeah. He's an awesome kid. Very good.
Is he in the States?
No, he's in London.
He's in London.
Well, St Albans, Hertfordshire. That's where I'm from.
That must be tough.
It is tough. Luckily, I get back every couple of months when I come to see him, and I FaceTime him a lot. And but he's in good hands. His mum's awesome, so
yeah,
she does a really really great job for him because he's a great kid. And I mean, he a lot has to be said about her bringing him up. She does it mostly. I just go back and spoil the shit out of him, and and then leave again. But
were you guys dating? Or were you married or anything?
Never got around to getting married.
Yeah,
but we were together for like 10 years. Something.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
Yeah. No, I did it right. I didn't get married; just had a kid with her.
And then left the country.
No, she's a great mum. She's really good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Does he have any half siblings or anything like that?
Yeah, he does. He's got 2 older teenage sisters.
Oh, right.
So sometimes he throws a teenage tantrum, which is really weird for an 8-year-old. He kind of has a bit of sass about him.
Is that from her?
From her. Yeah. She was married before. And the 2 teenage girls, I think, are rubbing off on Remy sometimes. But they're great sisters as well, though. They're great. They look after him, but at the same time, they're teenagers. So like, he gets a little bit sassy sometimes. Yeah, he does.
And they're in London, you said?
Yeah, St Albans, Hertfordshire. It's just north of London.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're born in London?
I was born in St Albans, Hertfordshire.
What was that like growing up there?
Mate, it's beautiful. It's a little It's a county just north of London, and it's kind of like a commuter town. A lot of people that work in the city. How can I compare it? Like New Jersey?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it smells kind of weird.
Yeah. No, fresh, mate. Mate, it's awesome. I mean, like when I grew up there, like I didn't know any different, so I was like, it's all right. But now going back there, whenever I go back to visit and being there, with a kid and just being aware of places I can take him to go and play. Like there's parks everywhere and it's clean and the schools are good and all that. You know, I've really found a new appreciation for St Albans. It's a great place to live. And also, I was born and brought up there. Like I know that place. It's weird walking down the street and seeing like old school friends and saying hello to them.
Oh wow.
It's a really lovely place. You should check it out sometime.
I will.
Yeah, you're very welcome. My mum will cook for you.
Ooh, is she a good cook?
Yeah, mate, awesome.
What does she make?
Curries.
Okay.
Oh, mate, it's ridiculous.
I like curry.
Yeah, oh, you love it. Yeah, you haven't had a curry until you've had my mum's curry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I've never had a curry.
All right, well, we're going to have to sort out a trip for you. You and Deb will have to come down. My sister will be super happy for you.
I love that.
My sister made best friends with EJ when she came over. She came to Comic-Con and you took her under your wing and you looked after her. And when I told her I was coming here to do your podcast, she was like, "Oh, EJ, I love EJ." So,
but she was so sweet. You guys were off doing like pictures or something like that, and I was just standing, and she comes over to me and says, "You look like I feel like you're out of place or something." And I go, "Oh, I don't really feel out of place, but hi." How are you?
It's a great icebreaker, isn't it? Ah, you look out of place.
So she was like, "Maybe we could hang out together and be, uncomfortable together." I was like, "Sure."
No,
that's fine.
right. She's.
But she was so funny and so nice, and we had good some chats while you guys were off doing your stuff here and there and stuff.
Yeah, she was on good behaviour. I warned her. No, she's great. She's always been a great support, and she's awesome. She's a good girl. I'm glad she came out to experience the madness of Comic-Con week.
Yeah. Is she your only sibling?
No, I've got. I have an older sister, an older brother, and then her, the rat.
Okay, so there's 4 of you guys. So she's younger than you?
Yeah, she's younger. She's the youngest. She's the princess.
Do you guys all get along?
Yeah, we try to.
Mostly. At least you and Alia does.
Me and Ali get along. It's just, yeah, we all get along. I mean, my brother lives in Dubai. He's a captain at Emirates. So we talk a lot. And he's there with his wife and 2 kids. And my older sister, she's still in St Albans. She's doing good. And then there's my little sister. And we all, you know what it's like. Sometimes you get on, sometimes you don't get on. Yeah, so you're not brothers and sisters if that doesn't happen, Right. I'm very fortunate. I think I'm getting on with everyone at the moment.
Okay.
I don't think I've fallen out with anyone. I think my brother and sister are still falling out.
Oh, no.
Them guys have all... man, you know what it's like? It's just like you grow up and then you turn out and you're like, oh my God, my siblings are dicks. I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things.
I think I could relate.
Yeah, but when you're young, you're forced to like get on and live with each other. Now, when you fall out of people, you're like, oh, fuck you. I'm going to go and live my own life and go and live in your own house and whatever. So... I don't. You're gonna have to ask them.
Okay.
I personally get on with everyone. I think at the moment. I think
that's good.
They might be like after this. I might not be getting on with anyone. I might be like dead to everyone once I finish this. But yeah.
Where are your folks? Are they in London?
They're in St Albans. Yeah, they're in St Albans. They're there, and they're my folks, man. They're awesome.
And they've been together a long time, I guess.
Yeah. So I was my oldest sister, 45. Yeah, they must have been together like coming up to 50 years.
Whoa.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They still like each other?
No.
No.
Do you? Can you like someone after being with someone 50 years? I don't know.
No,
they do like each other. They're fine. They're good. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Ups and downs.
It's the same thing. You're a bitch, lady, but they still live together. Whatever. Like it's they're still there. They're still. They still live under the same roof, so I'm sure they get on.
She's making curry.
She's making curry. Sometimes she gets in the mood with him. She boycotts.
Oh,
yeah. She told me once. She was
what?
like she boycotts housework.
Oh wow.
I went home. I think I surprised him. I went home once and I was like, "We haven't had any dinner," and she was like, "No, I've retired." I was like, "You've retired from what?" And she was like, "From being a housewife. I'm not doing it anymore." And I was like, well, "What are you going to do?" She was like, "Well, no, I'm still going to be a housewife, but I'm just not going to cook or clean."
I'll just be here watching.
Yeah, I'm just going to watch TV. And I was like, all right, Mum, you do you. Whatever you got to do.
Good for her.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. My dad actually binged Daredevil the other day. Yeah,
No
I was.
kidding.
My sister phoned to tell me that he phoned her up and gave her a full review, which is weird because my dad doesn't. My dad just works. That's all he does. But apparently he stayed up till like 2-3 a.m. in the morning and watched it all.
Wow.
He compared it to. He said it's high ranking. He goes, it's high ranking. And he compared it to the OK Corral.
The okay.
He loves westerns.
He loves on westerns.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then when they got, my dad was talking about when I died, he was like, that bastard Dex. The bastard. He really got emotionally invested. He's a nasty man. He really got invested in it all, and he was like that.
That's
just
great.
very bad. What they did to that man. He was just a good family man. It's funny, man. My sister was telling me, I was cracking up. High ranking, that's what he kept calling it.
That's hilarious.
Must be very high ranking. I think he thought I was doing some kind of like shitty soap or something. I don't think he realised like.
Probably didn't watch the first.
Also,
two
he doesn't
seasons.
get Netflix. You know, like
How do you watch
TV.
it?
Well, he watched it on Netflix, but this is the first time he'd been introduced to
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay.
So I think he still thought TV was pretty like low budget and shitty
right.
storylines and stuff like that. He didn't realise he was watching something with $100 million budget. You know.
Now that he's got Netflix.
Yeah,
lots
now
of
he's
good
got
stuff.
Netflix. Yeah, so he was like blown away. My
Wow.
dad doesn't watch shit unless it's the news. That's the only thing he watches. So for him to sit through 13 episodes of Daredevil
in
season
like a
3,
day.
I don't give a fuck what the critics say. My
Yeah.
dad liked it.
That's pretty fucking
That's
awesome.
pretty awesome. So
pretty fucking
everyone can suck it, as far as I'm concerned. Ali, the accountant from St Albans, gives it 5 stars.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, he's an accountant.
Yeah.
That's great.
It'd be
That's
weird if he wasn't. I just called him Ali the accountant.
That's his nickname.
Ali the accountant.
That's his
yeah.
nickname.
No, that's how everyone always like, you're Ali the accountant. So that's how everyone
He's just
knows
good
me.
with numbers.
Yeah, that's it.
Was he always an accountant?
He was, yeah.
And
always.
He's still working. No, not retired.
Man, he won't retire.
He's got to be 70.
Man, he's 74, 75.
Okay.
And we always go back and we're like, Dad, you've done it. You've done it, man. Your kids are cool. Everyone's fine. You've done it. You've done well. I mean, this is a guy who grew up in a very little village in Pakistan. And his whole family were like farmers and stuff. And education, I don't think anyone went to school. But he did. He used to walk 5 miles a day. Yeah, we get that story. I used to walk 5 miles.
5 miles
My dad actually did
through
it.
the
Yeah.
snow.
And he worked his ass off. And he came to England and he started working. And then as an accountant, and then his dad and everyone were like, "You're going to be a farmer, man. Why are you wasting your time with education? What's the point?"
Yeah.
But he did it, man, and he came to England, and then we all came along, and man, he made a success for himself, and started his own accountancy firm, and like, yeah, man, he's awesome. Which is funny because when I said I wanted to be an actor, he was very much like, "What are you doing?" kind of thing. I guess he must have been at a time like, I walked 5 miles a day to school for you to want to become an actor, you piece of shit.
And then his dad's like, "Hey, I did that so you could be a farmer."
Yeah, exactly. So like, I sometimes I turn it around to my dad and be like, "Dad, you're the one who gave me the drive. You're my inspiration, man.
Yeah.
You went and did something, and like I want to do the same." But I guess that normally quiets him up when he's kind of like,
Really?
well, this is really when I was struggling, when I was like homeless for a long time. My dad was kind of like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, you were homeless.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got here 2008, and yeah, man. I was very lucky though. I always got a roof over my head, but I lived
that's not homeless.
I lived out of a trash bag.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just like couch surfed or
Couch
whatever?
surfed for 5 years, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, I was so fortunate, man. My friends were the best, and someone would always put me up. You know, I'd get a bus everywhere. I had one of those burner drug dealer phones, so I never knew when the bus was coming. So I'd be at a bus stop for like hours.
Yeah.
It was a struggle, man. But like, the thing was, every year, even though I'd only book like 1 or 2 like guest stars a year, I would like test every year, and I'd get pinned for a lot of roles, but not get them all.
Yeah.
So like, there's enough going on each year to say, just stick this out and see what happens. And then I became a dad, so
Right.
that really added to it.
Right.
The pressure.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, but like, I just stuck it out, and it just started working out. And then I got this role on The Fosters, which was nice. And then
a regular gig.
Yeah, a regular gig, and it opened up more doors. And then yeah, but yeah. So my dad is a big inspiration because he really.
He took a chance
worked
on
hard.
himself.
He took a chance himself, and he gave us the opportunity. I mean, we could all still be in Pakistan in a village somewhere, you know, and the world wouldn't know Ray Nadeem. Well, they would. It'd be someone else. But so, you know, that's why, like, when he starts giving me a bit of shit about what I'm doing, I'm like, Dad, It's because you're my inspiration.
You ever go to Pakistan?
We used to go a lot when we were kids, but it's the same thing. When you're kids, you get on, everyone's cool, you know, and then you grow up and you realise, oh, your cousins are dicks, you know, like it's that kind of thing. And also now, like, my brother lives in Dubai, my family's in London, my kid's in London, so I don't have time to go back.
Everybody's all over the place.
Yeah, so I don't really get a chance.
So you moved out here in what year?
2008.
2008. Your son was born in 2010-ish?
10.
So but his mom, but you were with, so did she come out here?
No, she never came out.
She never came out. Okay, so you guys.
No. We did the long distance thing, which was awesome.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. No, a lot of fun. No, you try your best. It is rough. It's just, especially with like the time zones and also like, I'm staying at people's places and like you can't just start having a conversation in the middle of the night and stuff like that. And it was tough. It was tough, but we're on good terms and we're good. And she's a great mom and
that's hard. Yeah, can I ask when she got pregnant and you guys learned that? Did you try to make it work longer, or was that the?
We had a few on and offs afterwards. Okay. We did have a period where we tried to make it work, but it just didn't. Yeah, it just didn't work out. So, yeah, it was a weird time, man. It was a really weird time.
I bet.
You don't know. You're sitting here like sleeping on someone's floor with dogs around you and trash bags and and you smell like a dog and you look like a dog and then
you have no job.
You have no job. You have no money and it's a real difficult time.
Yeah, I bet. Did you ever think like, oh shit, I made a mistake?
No.
No,
never. I never felt that. I really felt like I was here and it was going to work. I never once questioned it.
How old were you when you moved out here?
27.
So what were you? You weren't an actor yet, though.
No,
right?
No.
You came out here with no experience.
No, I'd never acted a day in my life. I'd never even pursued it.
What made you want to?
I don't know, because I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know. What it was like, I always wanted to do it. But like, my parents are like academics. My dad's going to be like, I didn't fucking work my arse off for you to want to become a struggling actor, Yeah. So I did the whole education thing. I also played a lot of cricket, and I thought I was going to become a professional cricket player. And then I realised that I wasn't. And then I was like, I want to be acting. But I remember whenever I used to watch plays and I used to like watching movies and stuff, I was like, I'd like to do that. I think I can do that. So then after university, I went and got some job somewhere, and I was like, this fucking sucks.
What was it?
What I worked at a phone store, like T-Mobile or whatever it was.
Selling phones.
And then I worked for pharmaceutical companies. I was a drug dealer, a legal one. Yeah. So I used to go, but I never went to fucking work. It was bullshit. It was one of those on the road jobs. And then I finally was like, you know what? I'm going to try this acting thing, but I'm not going to mess around here. I'm going to go to America. So I turned up here on a tourist visa. Never worked before in my life. Everyone was telling me, you're wasting time. Go home. Yeah. You've never worked before. You're not repped here.
You never trained
as an actor. You're never going to get an audition. No one's, you're on the wrong visa.
I mean, they're all kind of right.
Yeah,
right?
They're totally right. they were absolutely right.
They make a lot of good points.
Yeah, very good points. I mean, like now, I'd probably say the same thing to someone else who turned up.
Yeah.
But I was like, look, man, I'm here. What else have I got to lose? We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm on a couch.
On a couch, whatever.
What's left?
If it's going to be, look, if in, it sounds mental, it sounds now. 3 months, I was like, in 3 months, something will work out. Within these are like people who are actors here, who'd been here for like 10, 15 years, were like, dude, don't do this to yourself. Like, go home. And then after about a month of being here, I met my manager. I was staying in the house, and the boys at the house threw me a party, and she was there. And she came home and she said, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm
kind of an actor.
Kind of an actor, I guess. I was told, if you're an actor, you say you're an actor. But I hated saying it, because the next thing they say is, what have you been in? You say, like, nothing. Yeah. So she was like, cool, well, I'm a manager. And I was like, all right. And by this point, I'd heard this a lot. I'm a manager, you should call me. But normally they're like coked up and drunk. And then you call them the next day and they're like, what the hell? Who are you?
You're right. Oh,
so anyway, she gave me her card. And then I didn't think much of it at the time. And then I was doing some laundry and I found her card. And I was like, I should give her a call. I gave her a call. And she said, I'm so glad you called. Come in and meet me, her and her partner. David Sweeney, who's an awesome guy. And so I went and met them, and I told him, I was like, look, I've never worked before. I'm on the wrong visa. Can't do an American accent. What do you think? And sold. And then they were like, we'll send you out on auditions, and if we get good feedback, we'll sponsor your visa. I was like, boom, done. So I remember my first audition. It was at what was it for? It was at Fox for something.
Was it a show or a commercial?
It was a show. I went in and did it, and I remember doing the audition and saying to myself while I was saying my lines, "You fucking suck. You are so bad. Can you just hear yourself right now? You suck. Look at him." The casting director's just looking at me like, "Oh my God, you suck." And I did. It was my first ever audition. I'm at Fox. Now we go to Fox and we're like, God damn it, I've got to park here and walk so far. That time I'm totally overwhelmed. I'm on the lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, I sucked. And then they were like, all right, you got the first one out of the way. Yeah, I got the part. No. Then they're like, right, you got the first one out of the way. Now let's just, let's see how it goes. And I think the third one, I got my shit together and they wanted to book me for it. Wow. It was for some soap. But anyway, it was enough for them to say, right, we'll sponsor your visa. So they sponsored my visa. And then I came back and I auditioned more and got a couple of roles.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So did you feel like you were getting better and better? Like auditioning?
Mate, I'll be honest with you. Like, since I kind of figured out my flow in like my process of like when I get the audition and how I prepare for it and everything, I've done pretty much the same fucking thing. You know, it's just sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong.
Yeah.
So it's all confidence, man. It's confidence in like believing in what you're doing is right. Because there is no wrong or right way. It's being truthful. It's like if you're being truthful in a scene and people believe you, that's what's most important. You might get it wrong in terms of like the emotionality or whatever it is, but you know, if you go in and go like, I believed whatever he was going through. So that's what I've always tried to do. And then yeah, it was just going out and auditions and just getting more and more confident. And also like realising like a lot of casting directors are pretty cool and they want you to get the job. You know, like all I'd heard before is like casting directors are like the worst people in the world and oh my God, and don't mess up your lines and don't ask to start again and don't do all this stuff. You know, like they're totally cool. They're like, yeah, do whatever you want. They want you to get the role. Yeah. But a lot of it in your mind is like that you walk in, they automatically want you to jump out the window. You know, like they just don't want you there, but they do. So a lot of it was just getting confident with it. And then as more and more confident I got. But as I said, like each year I tested. There's one year I tested 5 or 6 times in the space of like 3 months. But I didn't get anything. So it's weird. Whenever I'd go back to England, people would be like, back again, not really working out. But like I couldn't explain to them, no, I'm getting close to so many roles. I'm just not, because at the end of the day, I've got nothing to show.
Yeah.
But for an actor who's testing a lot and being pinned a lot, I mean, I was pinned for so much shit, like, but it didn't come through. It never came through. So there was just so much there what was going, just stick this out, struggle more than you are already, just keep going and it will turn around. And luckily, I mean, I've still got a long way to go to where I want to be, but like to be just fortunate to say you're a working actor, that's very, I'm very lucky.
And get to pay the bills.
Exactly, compared to like the guy who turned up with his backpack and didn't know anything and was sleeping on floors and had to buy a Subway sandwich every day for his breakfast, lunch and dinner, you know, like it's all right. And now I'm sitting here doing a podcast with you, EJ.
This is the top.
This is the top, mate. It's going to be hard to top this.
Well, that's pretty amazing. Have you always been confident? Have you always had confidence in yourself like that? Yeah, I think I have. I was a fat kid. Very fat kid. Well, you're not fat anymore.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Being fat's hard.
Being fat is hard, especially when you're a kid. So I think that being a fat kid, I kind of like had to find, not saying that like, you know, you can only be popular if you're fit and good looking and all this stuff, but like I had to find ways to, I don't know, get people to like me or whatever. And a lot of it was conversation, you know, listening to people and talking to them and trying to be funny, you know. And then also from a very young age, I really stopped giving a shit what people think. I mean, I look back now and I'm like, if I ever got to a point where I was like paranoid about what other people are thinking, or like, you know, have anxiety or anything like that, and I don't. I really don't. I don't know what it was. I think it was being a fat kid. I think it had something to do with it.
Sometimes that could go the other way.
It can go the other way,
you know.
And I think from a young age, I also realised it can go the other way. Like, what do you want to? This can go either way. This can cripple your life, or you can learn from this and do something positive with it. And my whole thing was like, I don't know, just. I mean, one thing that, you know, I hear a lot is, you know, you become the joker of the group and stuff like that. So I like being the joker of a group and making people laugh and stuff like that. And I think that gave me a lot of confidence. But I think the main thing was I stopped giving a shit what people think.
Were they like teenage years?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Probably about... I remember once we had a school disco. My best friend Zach will tell you this story. It's quite funny. We were at a school disco and... I used to do like a little Michael Jackson routine, and then it's quite funny. So I did a school disco, and everyone's there, it's packed. And I was at a boys' school and there was a girls' school, and we had a mixed disco. And the DJ was Zach's brother, and he stops the music, and he was like, "Where's Jay? We want him to do Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's in the house." Now, really, I should have just ran. I just ran out of that place because I'm not going to. Why am I going to do this? But I was like, I'm going to do it. So I went to the front of the stage and everyone made a circle, and Billie Jean came on. And I did like a little Michael Jackson routine, and as I was dancing, I heard these two girls. One girl goes to her friend, "God, it's amazing what fat people can do." So through the tears, I'm dancing, you know, still like, but still putting on a show. And so after that, I was like, fuck those girls. But the big turn, this story, my fatness always revolves around my mate Zach. I remember his brother was a DJ, he was an older DJ. And they used to throw these mad parties. And one time they had like a bouncy castle at the place, and me and Zach were there. We were like 14, 15 at the time, and so his brother was like 19, 20. Older kids, you know, you were partying with the older kids. We were on a bouncy castle, and I fell off the bouncy castle on my face, and I looked up, and Ben, who's his brother, was sitting on a bench, and he had his arms around these two girls who were sitting either side of him, and he looked at me and he said, "Jay, you're a fat fuck, aren't you?" And that was when I was like, right, fuck you. And now he's bald. So
can't fix that.
Can't fix that. No. Not that there's anything wrong with being bald. No. It's I always tell him that story now whenever I see him. He's my motivation.
What? So when did you? So then you started losing weight, or how that?
Yeah, work? I don't know. I was always, even when I lost weight, I was still chubby. I just ate a lot.
Yeah, a lot of good curry out there.
A lot of curry, man. My mum's curry out there. And then, I don't know, maybe I had a bit of a growth spurt, and then I just started taking care of myself a little bit more. And then, yeah, it just started falling off. And then, like, about 3 years ago, I made a lot of, like, lifestyle changes.
Okay. What did that entail?
Well, we got a dog here.
Oh,
hello. Sorry, we've been interrupted by a beautiful dog. What that entail? Well, just like I cut out sugars completely. Made a huge.
I'm doing
difference.
that right now,
mate. It'll change your life. Yeah, you'll get through the withdrawal phase.
It's been 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, another week you'll be fine. Yeah, mate, do it. It will change your life. It will change your life. And like I cut down on the booze. Not that I was like a big booze head before, but like every night I'd have a couple of glasses of wine with dinner or whatever.
Yeah, that's calories.
It's like eating a donut every night.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah, I know, right? But so just habits, changing my habits, and then that working out. Well, I always worked out.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, but you know, everyone's always going on about, look, it's 90% diet. It's so true. You can work your arse off out, but if your diet's shit, it won't make a difference. Yeah. So, I started doing that, and that made a huge difference. Well, the thing was, like, I was going out for these roles, and it was like, you know...
Were you fat then, when you moved out?
No, but I was like... You know, looked a little bit bloated.
Okay.
You know, when you're going in reading for these roles in Hollywood for like these leading man roles, you know, I knew I could act, but I didn't believe I looked the part. So when I made that change, because I'd go into a room and be like, well, he looks more the part than me, he looks more the part than me, which already I'm putting myself on the back foot.
Right.
I knew I could outact everyone, but like I was like, that is...
You knew that even though you never acted.
Never acted, no. This was like later on. This
Okay,
was like, because
a little
when I
later,
first got here, I was reading like the best friend role or
Sure,
the
of course.
comedic break and shit like that. So, yeah. So then I was like, well, look, you got to start looking the part as well. You can't just think you can act the part. You got to try and look the part. So I started taking better care of myself, and but I was like, you know, I look younger now than I did when I was 32.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
And why are you now?
37 now.
37. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look great.
Thanks, mate.
You look good.
Yeah. Cheers.
You should be my personal trainer.
Yeah, should we do it?
Yeah.
I do that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you do personal training?
Yeah.
No kidding. Went from a fat kid to a personal trainer.
Yeah. But I don't worry, I got you.
All right.
Yeah. Don't worry, I got you.
Well, so you got stuff coming up. I saw on your IMDb that you have a project coming up.
I do.
The illegal.
Oh, yeah. We shot that. Illegal, we shot like over a year ago now. I don't know what's happening with it.
Yeah, it's coming out December 15th.
Is it?
Whatever it is.
I didn't know that.
Could be on digital or something.
Oh, right.
But
I don't know. I know they're talking to Netflix. I don't know.
Oh, okay, cool.
But that was cool. Great director. I worked with Suraj Sharma, who was Pi in The Life of Pi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a great
movie.
little story. That's cool. Totally forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Sure. You did an episode of Me, Myself, and I, which got canceled, but I love
did?
Bobby Moynihan.
Yeah.
Did you get to work with him?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How was that? I just love that guy.
It's cool. He's not very funny in real life.
Is that
no, I'm
true?
joking. No. Well,
Okay.
no. Like we all expect him to be like laughing and joking all the time,
Yeah.
right? But
Doing Drunk Uncle. Or
yeah,
something.
yeah. No, he's a really nice guy. He's just very pleasant,
Yeah.
very quiet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, super quiet.
Very
Maybe he
quiet.
just fucking hated me. I don't know.
That could
It's
be.
probably that.
He goes, that guy's, because he's still a fat guy. So
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
like, that guy's never known what it's like to be fat. I'm sorry, Bobby. That's probably inappropriate. We love you, Bobby. I love that your first credit on IMDb is Melrose Place.
Fucking yeah, Melrose.
Because I used to watch the original
The
when I
original,
was a kid.
yeah.
when I was
Yeah,
a
that was my
teenager.
first gig. I thought I'd made it, mate. I thought I'd done it. When I booked that, I was like, this is it. Holy shit. A lot of the shows I was on have been cancelled.
Yeah.
No, I was surprised Melrose Place got cancelled.
Yeah. Well, it's got,
No, I'm
eventually.
not.
That's
It's-
fine.
it was,
On your IMDb, though, it also says that you do hip hop. Is that accurate?
I think my manager's just totally made that up.
It's like a
What kind of
genre.
hip-hop?
It just says genre
Hip-hop.
rap.
I mean, my favourite go-to karaoke song is "Changes" by Tupac. So maybe,
all right, man, that counts.
no, but I think that's So maybe maybe it should say karaoke genre of choice.
That counts, I think.
Yeah.
So it's so funny that your parents were so disapproving of you, and now your dad is like full 180.
Yeah, I know. Well, it wasn't they weren't disapproving. They were just like, really? All right, cool. We'll see in a bit. See in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right.
And that was like 10 years ago.
It's pretty disapproving. I'd
Yeah,
say.
I guess so. I mean, like, if this is the first thing where they've known what show I'm in and what character I played. Like,
Yeah. And they watched it.
If you ask them, you know more about my career than my parents do.
Yeah.
And it's not because they're not supportive. They just don't get it.
Yeah.
And I love them to bits, and it's actually very nice. I like it like that instead of them like going
Getting too involved.
too involved in it. Yeah, they don't give a shit.
What's funny is Deborah's mom is so involved.
Oh, really?
She's so, it's adorable.
Yeah.
But she'll have like viewing parties for
Oh,
Deborah.
wow,
Yeah,
wow,
like
wow.
in Brooklyn, and she'll
Yeah.
invite people over to watch.
I
the
bet
show.
Debs loves that. If you don't know, Debs hates, and she never watches her stuff, right?
No,
Never.
she
She
hasn't in
never
years.
reads a review.
We
or
went to the movies last night, and before the movies is a trailer for a new movie she's in.
the escape room.
Yeah, Escape Room.
yeah.
And she's like, ugh.
Oh, yeah. Because I realised when we were at Comic-Con and they were showing the clips behind us on
You
the big
all
stage, we'd all got off our seats and were looking, and then I saw Deb staying on the seat, and I was like,
she doesn't even want to hear it. If she thought she could put her fingers in her ears, she would have. She probably felt
why is that?
silly doing that.
We should call her in.
She is not. Well, I mean, she has confidence as an actor, but she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to feel like she's in, self-conscious.
Yeah.
Like she didn't grow up confident.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, she wasn't a fat kid.
She was not. She was not a fat kid, but she was still bullied.
Yeah, of course, for probably being too pretty.
I don't know.
That's probably what it was.
They're probably jealous.
That happens a lot, man. I've met a lot of people who are like, they were bullied for being pretty. Yeah. Like at a young age. It's like, it's not your problem. I can see that.
That's what happened to
you
me.
are a handsome bastard. Seriously. If you don't know what EJ looks like, check it out. He's a handsome dude.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Yeah. I mean, like, there's bits where I watched a show and I was like, oh, fuck, I could have done that better.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I wish, like, they didn't use that angle. Or whatever it is, you know, I totally get it.
And that could put you in your head.
It can get in your head. But then I'm all right after a minute.
Yeah.
After a minute, I'm like, fuck it, it worked.
Yeah,
whatever. Fuck it.
I'm here.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm here. Yeah, I can't change it now. I'm very a firm believer in, like, look, don't worry about the past. Like, you can't learn from it, but you can't change it. And don't regret things that you've done. Regret the things you haven't. You know, that's what I've always been like.
That's a good philosophy.
Yeah. So I'll try anything 10 times.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Fuck, I don't know. Nothing I can say on here.
Oh.
Craziest thing I've ever done, mate. I think probably coming to LA with a backpack and being
risky.
homeless for like 5 years.
That's pretty risky.
Yeah, I guess that probably is. It's not very exciting, but like, yeah, probably that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, if someone said to me,
"Are you a thrill seeker? Do you jump out of airplanes?
No.
Anything like that?
No. I'm terrible with heights.
Oh, really?
But I'm terrible with heights in like. It's really weird because I'm fine in planes, right? But if you put me in a building.
That's high.
That's high. I will fucking lose my mind.
Really?
Yeah. I will lose my mind.
Really? Why?
I don't know what it is. I mean, like, I went and saw my brother in Dubai and we got in this elevator. And all the buildings there are like 200-300 stories. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So we get in this elevator and I turn around, press a button, and I'm facing towards the door. We're going up. My brother's like, hey, man, turn around, check out the view. And I turn around and we are fucking high. Yeah. I pin myself against the door and I don't want anyone to move as well. So I'm like, don't move. Anyone, don't move. And then like the elevator stops and these people get in. They just see me like literally like stuck. There's this movie, I can't remember, with Christopher Reeve. When he's Superman. Like a news anchor. No, not Superman.
Superman 2.
No. I think it's him and... Is it Michael Keaton? I can't remember, but they're like news anchors.
Trap?
They're like they're news anchors.
Oh,
it's a comedy. Anyway, there's a scene where he gets in a glass elevator and he's like just paralyzed with fear. That's exactly how I was. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm really bad.
You should go to. Have you gone to Disneyland?
Not here. I've gone to one in Paris.
So go to Disneyland here. There's something. It used to be called Tower of Terror.
Oh, I've heard of it.
It's called the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right? Oh, right.
And it brings you up like 13 stories, and when you get up there. It opens a window so you see the view, and then it drops.
No way, no, thank you, no.
We found your weakness.
Yeah, that is my weakness. Yeah, heights. I'm not good with heights, but I'm cool in planes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's totally weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You dating?
No.
You got a girlfriend?
No.
Are you bumbling or Tindering or any
no.
Stuff like that. How do you meet ladies?
How do I meet them?
I met Deborah online.
I just stalk them.
I met Deborah online.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that?
It'll be 11 years in December.
They had online dating 11 years ago?
It was just starting.
Oh, really?
It was it was new.
Yeah.
But Match.com, yeah.
Match.com. Yeah. No, I've never done any of that shit.
Yeah.
There is actually, it's a weird thing. In England, apparently I'm on like Tinder and Bumble. My friends keep sending me messages. And it says, like, I'm in LA and they send a message going, hey, man.
Yeah. Was somebody pretending to be you?
I don't know if, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Somebody's pretending to be you.
Someone's pretending to be me, yeah.
And
I've never been on these websites ever.
Well, good luck to them.
Yeah. Good luck. They got a lot of explaining to do. Maybe they really look like me. I don't know.
Well, so you're good. You're good at like going out. Do you do it like at bars or something? Go up to people.
No, mate. I'm a total recluse.
How do you do? You do nothing. Nothing, man. How'd you meet your the woman you were with for 10 years?
That was in my clubbing days. That was my partying days.
That was your clubbing
I'm a changed man now.
Yeah. Now you're a binge watcher.
No, I'm a binge watcher. That's it. A lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
No, I don't get out, mate. I'll be honest with you, I don't get out. And also I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird thing. Like
You can't like talk. What do you mean?
No, I personally I can't get in relationships like at the moment.
Okay.
I get very, very trapped.
Okay.
I feel trapped. Like I feel like I can't be me and I can't do what I need to do. I know it's a pretty selfish trait. I mean, like I've met amazing people who had nothing wrong with them, and I've just gone, I can't do this.
Yeah, you're career minded right now.
It's not even career minded. It's me. I don't know if it's a selfish thing. I'm just super selfish because I'm not. I don't know. I feel suffocated. I hate feeling suffocated, and this is the other thing. I hate I hate feeling like I have to answer to someone, which is probably why I am single. I'm like a great friend. Yeah, I'm a shit boyfriend. Like really, really shitty boyfriend.
All right, well, good to know for anybody.
Yeah. So if anyone's trying to set me up with anyone, just let them know that we'll probably end up being friends.
Yeah.
Probably for the best. It's probably for the
Think
best.
So? Maybe that'll change. I mean, people change.
People change. I don't know. Yeah.
10 years, you'll be another person.
Yeah. No, I just. Yeah. Don't worry.
I just want you to be happy, Jay.
I know. I am really happy. Like I've got a beautiful boy. I've got amazing friends.
Did you go to Charlie's wedding?
No, I didn't get an invite.
I'm sorry.
I heard it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Oh, really? No, it's fine. Fuck that guy. No, I heard it was good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were there or not.
No, I wasn't.
Did I meet him there?
No.
Nice. Well, I'm sorry that you're unlucky in love. Thanks. But you're lucky in Daredevil.
Lucky in Daredevil.
Except at the end.
I've accepted at the end. No, man, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's amazing and an honor and a privilege to be part of something which is so good already, and then to be associated with something which people are calling the best Marvel season ever. Man, it's awesome. Yeah, it's totally awesome. Yeah, and yeah.
Are you auditioning for stuff now?
There's stuff coming in, but nothing. Like it's very hard to like go and do stuff which you know isn't as good as this.
Right.
And I just want to be patient at the moment and pick a good project. I don't want to just say yes to anything that comes through just to keep working for the sake of it and then be tied into something you don't want to do if I'd just been patient.
Yeah.
And, you know, with the reaction that Rain Nadeem's getting and like people are liking the performance and stuff, I'm hoping that something will come through. It's really cool because like a lot of people of all ethnicities are like saying it's really cool to see like an ethnic guy playing a lead character on it. And that's what I've always wanted to do is like I want to say to people like you can play these roles.
Yeah.
You know, and this is why Eric, I owe that guy so much. I mean, like, he fought for this role to be ethnic. And, like, there's no other role like this in, ethnic. I guess there's that new FBI show, but we shot this way before that one for CBS. There's an FBI show, and the lead guy's Egyptian or something. But, like, to have a character like this, and you don't mention his ethnicity, you don't talk about it, he just happens to be it. And that's how it should always be.
Yeah.
And it's really amazing getting messages from all around the world where people are going, I never thought someone of our colour or someone of your colour could play a role like this. And you've really inspired me, and I want to go ahead and do it. And
that's great.
So, yeah, that's something that's really, really special to me. And I want to make sure that I keep doing that. Yeah. Like, I've been very careful to not go and play, like, stereotypes. Yeah. And it's meant me not getting work, you know? But I think if I'd played those roles, I wouldn't have got this one. So, yeah, I think that's what I want to say to people is like, look, if you want to stop seeing stereotypical roles, stop reading for them.
Right. So you feel a responsibility?
Yeah, absolutely. Now I do. Yeah, I absolutely feel a responsibility now, especially from like Twitter and Instagram, like the messages that I've been getting where people are like, thank you for like, playing someone who's just not stereotypical and not a joke and not a bad guy. And, he's a good guy and he's just, trying to look out for his family. And,
I felt bad for Ray.
Yeah.
A lot of times, especially like in the beginning where he's like, he helped sister-in-law with cancer and he's like not getting any money. I'm like, just ask for help.
Yeah.
Just ask for help.
Yeah. But
your whole life would be too prideful.
Too prideful, man. And this is, that's one thing. I mean, like his biggest downfall was his pride.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And I mean, I think we all have that. I mean, like he just wanted to provide for his family.
Sure.
He wanted his kid to have a swimming pool.
Well, he wanted to be a superhero himself.
He wanted to be a superhero himself, yeah. And he wanted to be his son's superhero, Yeah.
Can you relate?
I can, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I'm quitting acting and becoming a soccer player now, because my kid does not give a shit about Marvel. He wants to just play soccer all the time. So this is the last role you'll ever see me in. I'm retiring.
Well, I mean, you played cricket, so now your son's playing soccer. Maybe
he's playing soccer, yeah. Man, it's the other day. He was like, I was like, have you watched it? And he was like, no. But Daddy, watch this goal. Like on YouTube. I'm just like, all right, okay. I'm glad I worked my ass off for that.
Did you watch Melrose Place when you were on it?
I think there's a clip or something on YouTube and he's seen it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's seen it. I guess like since he can remember, since he was 5, which is when I started doing the Fosters, he's seen like me on TV, so he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, And now when this show's come out,
because it's just Dad.
It's just Dad. Yeah, he don't give a shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
man.
Thanks for coming over and talking with me.
Absolute pleasure, man. It's so much fun.
It was great talking with you about everything.
Thank you.
Do you want to plug anything? Twitter, or an Instagram, a website, a movie, anything like that?
Well, I want to plug this podcast.
Oh, thanks. That's perfect.
Would you like to tell everyone where they can hear this? They're already listening to it right now.
In your headphones?
In your headphones, yeah. No, man. Love to hear from you all. I'm on Twitter as I don't know what I'm on Twitter as. What am I? JAlleyUK. And then I am on Instagram as JAlley7.
Is it 07 or 7?
No, just 7.
Okay, JAlley7.
Yeah, I'm not verified, but it's me.
You'll get there.
No. It's super cool, but I'm there. So you can all catch up with me. I like posting a lot of funny pics. Behind the scene pics of us lot doing stuff.
You did that dance with Wilson.
Dance with Wilson. I've got another one of him actually, a very good one.
Okay.
Which
I might be talking to him tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dick. Wait, where is he back into LA?
He just got back.
Did he?
Yeah, he went camping or something.
No, he went and did in Dallas. He was doing the knocking. He was knocking on doors for old Beto. Whatever his name is. Beto.
Oh, I don't know about that. He told me he was camping over the weekend. Maybe he did something else too.
I thought he's in Dallas right now.
He's in LA right now.
Is he?
I'm
gonna kill that motherfucker.
Okay, all right.
I will text him.
Turnabout is fair play, right?
Yeah. So yeah. If you wanna
go find Jay.
Yes.
On socials and go watch Daredevil season 3. Tell him how great a job he did.
How great a job everyone did. Everyone was absolutely phenomenal. It's the best season ever.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen the other two.
Of
any TV show ever made,
except Melrose Place.
I've heard there's only one episode in Melrose Place, which is pretty special.
Really good.
Yeah, on a boat.
You can see some clips on YouTube.
It's got like 100 views. It's really great. It's really great.
Well, thank you, sir.
Nah, thank you, man.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah, man.
Scene. There you go, folks. That was my talk with Jay Ali. Thanks, Jay, so much for coming by and talking with me. I greatly appreciate it. So go check out Daredevil Season 3 and see what a great job he does. Although I hope you already saw it if you listen to this podcast. Okay, great. One more time for my plugs. On Twitter at EJ Scott and at EJ Podcast. Instagram, EJ Scott 1106. Website, ejscott.com. Running Blind documentary on iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon for only $2 or $3. You can check that documentary out, and go to curechm.org to find out more about choroideremia. And please leave a rating and a review on iTunes. That would be greatly appreciated. And that is it, folks. Go check out my past podcasts. Check out my future ones. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.